Hello everyone, this is just a quick check-in from all of us at Sorted to just say that we really hope you are safe and you're well. We, like many other channels, have batch filmed a whole load of content that we're going to continue to release over this period of time, every Wednesday and every Sunday, to hopefully keep you smiling and give us all a bit of valuable company. We are also hosting on Instagram Live at 4:30 UK time every weekday a Q&A with our amazing chefs, so that they can answer any questions or concerns that you guys have around cooking with limited ingredients, inspiration for working with whatever food you have available right now. So please come over to @sortedfood on Instagram, 4:30 PM UK time, to join us, even if it's just hang out, have fun, and just spend some really valuable time together. Without further ado, hope you enjoy this chef's battle.
We are Sorted, a group of mates who have your back when it comes to all things food. From cooking battles to gadget reviews,
Man, it's not worth it.
And cookbook challenges to a midweek meal packs app.
Crack your eggs, bake.
We uncover the tools that'll help us all cook and eat smarter. Join our community where everything we do starts with you.
Welcome to Fridge Cam. My name's Ben and this is James.
In this episode, our chefy skills are put to the ultimate test in a fusion battle. At random, I picked Peruvian and Filipino.
And I picked Vietnamese and German. Wish us luck.
Today, our two chefs are going head to head in the ultimate chef versus chef fusion battle. Boys!
3 hours. Are you ready?
So ready.
Not very.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
The two cuisines that I drew were Filipino and Peruvian. Luckily, they're both quite close together.
They're not.
What I mean is they actually have a few of the same influences. The centre of my dish is a chicken adobo, which is kind of like a very vinegary, peppercorny stew. It exists in both cultures, I think, which is cool. It's going to sit on a bed of quinoa, which is my Peruvian element, and then it's going to go with banana catsup, which is another name for ketchup, and it's bananas instead of tomato.
My two cuisines were German and Vietnamese. So what I've done is picked some iconic ingredients from German cuisine and shoehorned them into a classic dish from Vietnam that I absolutely loved when I was there, but it's quite, it's not necessarily one that everyone's heard of, Cao Lao. I'm taking sausage, beer, sauerkraut and pretzels and putting them into the Cao Lao dish, which has got all the fragrance and spice of Vietnam.
Why aren't you doing a hot dog banh mi?
Yeah, obvious.
I'm starting with one element that I haven't even mentioned yet, which is chicharrones. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, I'm probably not, but what it is fried pork belly rind. Simmer it very, very slowly in the water, which renders all the fat out of it, and then the water evaporates, and then the fat renders, so it ends up slow cooking and then frying in its own fat.
So Cao Lao is like a noodle dish that stems from Hoi An, and it's super traditional. I had it once when I was there. It's kind of a room temperature noodle dish that's fragrant, and I've got almost Chinese influences as well, so lots of Chinese 5-spice and star anise, but also the fresh herb and chili of Vietnam.
You're not.
Sorry.
No, you're not allowed to.
Fusion.
You're not allowed to bring Chinese cuisine into this.
So what I'm going to do is marinate the pork. This is pork leg in soy sauce, fish sauce, sambal, Chinese 5-spice, sugar, salt, and then add in the freshness of lemongrass, garlic, and onion. Marinate it all up. You can leave it overnight, but this is going to braise off so nicely, I'm not going to bother. So sear it and then braise it in beer, German beer.
And that's you done for a couple of hours.
No.
I think the Vietnamese flavours as incredibly fresh and vibrant and spicy and kind of like all of that.
Which is kind of what German food needs to lift it potentially.
The challenge with fusion is putting two things together and ending up with something as good, if not better, than the two individual. Because otherwise you're just doing it for the sake of it and the novelty.
James, your pork is foaming. Looks awful, doesn't it?
So I'm guessing what you've done there is you've created a chefy foam that will end up on the plate later, is that right?
I'm making my banana catsup. I've put onion, garlic, ginger and chili in a pan. Fried it off for a long time, like 20 minutes, half an hour to get it really flavourful. And I'm going to add my banana, tomato puree, dark sugar, rum, coconut vinegar, allspice, and then leave it for 10 minutes to simmer.
That is one hell of a ketchup.
And I'm kind of like talking a little bit quietly because I'm thinking I can get through this whole thing without Ben making a banana joke.
It's better done then.
I know, he's not done anything, has he?
Not done anything. He beats you because he put some pork in a pan and left it there for 3 hours. You need to take a good hard look at yourself.
I mean, you are judging it though.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean anything in the general context of life.
The German part is going to be sausage. I'm going to make my own sausages, but I'm going to make them Vietnamese style. So it starts off with rice that I'm going to fry in a dry pan, or toast in a dry pan to get some colour, and then turn that into rice powder, mix it with some ginger or galangal, fish sauce for ferment, and pork mince, and then shape them into sausages. Little sausages.
So are you using some of the inspiration from when you and Mike went to Vietnam together on your holiday?
Photos.
No, because I'll tell you where those photos are.
I mean, it must have been, what, 6-7 years ago, and Mike is still bitter at the fact that I was designated photographer of the trip. I don't know how that happened. Was taking a whole bunch of photos. It got to the end of our trip. We were on a boat in the middle of Holland Bay, did a tour around all the little islands, and the boat suddenly stopped so that everyone could jump in.
Wasn't sudden.
The anchor hit, the boat lurched, and they slid in slow motion off the side of the deck into the boat, but into a bucket of salt water where everyone was rinsing their feet. Foam gone. Once you've got a nice bit of colour on the rice, let it cool, grind it to a powder in a spice grinder, and you end up with that. And it's that goes into the sausage mix.
So if you were to walk into a fusion restaurant and they had both of these dishes on the menu, I know, what do you think you'd go for?
Probably walk straight back out, mate, because what kind of restaurant would have both of these dishes on it? The thing I find about fusion food is you don't necessarily know where the line is until you've gone past it.
Yeah.
And it becomes completely opinion-based as well. So
How do you know this, JB?
because I received death threats when I put a paella in a burrito.
Listen to me, Jamie. Escúchame. El burrito es mexicano, la paella valenciana.
And that wasn't even that much. It was the sort of like.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it because they'll come after you too.
Your cat's bubbling and spitting. Just FYI. Your banana spitting.
Your sausages aren't looking great. FYI, just FYI.
Little tasters.
James, when does your alcoholic beverage to bribe the judges arrive?
You know that I don't stoop to that level.
Stick his nose in my drink. You do?
Try them.
Is that how you serve beer?
German, Vietnamese.
It's fine, cheers.
My catsup is simmering. So now I'm going to start the adobo, which starts with a whole chicken because I want the supreme of the breast, so that's the breast with the wing on it. That means that the wing is going to hold the skin on, so you're going to get a lovely skin that doesn't shrivel up.
What I've done is taken 3 ingredients from a traditional Vietnamese pickle, holy basil, chili and lime juice, and added it to sauerkraut, which is obviously fermented cabbage flavoured with caraway, so the two kind of do that and become a garnish.
Is he actually using holy basil, or is he just calling basil holy?
I think you got Mike to bless it.
What makes Khao Lao noodles unique is the fact that they are cooked and soaked in lye water, and it uses a specific water from the well of Hoi An. I can't get that, so instead I'm going to soak it in German beer. More fusion.
Isn't lye poisonous?
Yeah, I mean, it's not great. Well, no, it's not poisonous, it's just a chemical, isn't it? In large quantities, most chemicals are poisonous. Generally, it's used in food. Things like century eggs, mandarin oranges, olives, pretzels, bagels.
Thanks, James, for starting that conversation.
Why are you guys so adverse to learning?
Learn this. I'm talking at you.
So you've got nothing to do from now?
This obsession with you using every moment of time, I think, is very bizarre. You don't have to make things excessive, they just have to be good. As long as they're good.
Yeah, like you're gonna be good. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You know.
I would sit here and shoot Ebbers down on this, but he has won a few battles recently.
He's reading this book again.
The syllable chup at the end of ketchup means sauce in Cantonese, and the ke bit comes from preserved fish. Oh, my beer foam's good.
I've blended up my catsup. I'm keeping it warm on the hob right now. And I have combined coconut vinegar with soy sauce, garlic, peppercorns, and bay leaves. That's my adobo mixture. I'm just gonna like poach the chicken gently in that, and then we're gonna fry the chicken in oil afterwards, which is definitely not traditional. Another reason for doing this is that it cooks the skin so that when you fry it, the skin doesn't shrivel. I've never used coconut vinegar before.
Can we try some?
Yes, I will let you taste it.
Oh. The thing I'm most worried about this dish is whether it's going to appeal to their preferences, because this is a noodle dish that's served cold or room temperature and would typically be served for breakfast, which is not the way we would typically eat spicy noodle dishes.
Basically, if we don't like his dish, it's our fault.
Okay, everything is ready to go. I've got chicken stock on for my quinoa, which I'm going to cook and mix with my pepper and coriander, which I've already chopped. I have cooked my pork out for the last hour or so. It's looking amazing. It's still cooking. It's going to get really crispy. I've reduced my adobo sauce down, kept kind of basting the chicken in it, and now I'm frying the chicken off to get crispy skin, and then I'm going to give it a final baste, and that's me done.
Not the bowl! No! No, you can have some, not the bowl! No!
We'll have some.
Yummy!
You are out of control! So on its own, what's left from cooking the pork is too strong. It's all that marinade, all that beer, and all the porkiness. So dilute it down with cold water. That also brings the whole thing down to room temperature.
Boys, you're into your last 5 minutes. "35 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the plate.
Done.
That is a unique dish, and I'm excited to see you try it.
Boys, as a challenge, how did you find that?
I found it creative. I thought it was good.
I like when the brief's quite tight. It's not make a fusion dish, it's that cuisine and that cuisine, make it work. I hope it has. Give it a good mix up and then get involved.
Noodles cooked in beer.
Yeah, I
It's
like
really
it.
unusual.
I like
I like it.
The pretzels have lost their crunch, obviously, once being mixed in, but it needs that texture.
I think the biggest thing that I'm getting from that dish is a surprise with every mouthful.
Don't like the sausage though.
You still don't like the sausage?
I think the standout element of that dish is the thing that brings it all together, which is the broth. And I can really taste the beer in it.
It's a James Curry plate.
Thank you, sir. I'll take that as a compliment.
That is 100% a James Curry plate.
Yeah. Right, dive in. I can't tell where I am in the world.
Barry, we joked when James was making the catsup that we would like to dip lots of different things in it. I still want to dip all of those things in that catsup. It has got such a punch of flavour to it.
I can't get my head around what you've done to that chicken. Like, it's so succulent. You've pumped it full of something, extra juice from somewhere. That is freakishly beautiful.
The garlicky, salty, vinegary glaze on the chicken works so well with the quinoa, which is like earthy and fresh.
Baz, we need to have a chat about this. Come on.
I think we've come to an agreement. This is a fusion battle. This has to be half of one place, half of the other, coming together to unite to make an incredible dish. One of these dishes, it felt like there was more of a 80-20 split, and the other was more 50-50.
Our winner today, for those reasons, and the dish that we feel created something that can step up outside of its existing regions and create a new dish, is James Alistair Curry.
Very valid. Thank you, thank you.
Do you know what? I think for once we're all in agreement.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it is actually really good fun watching you battle,
Yeah, I love being inside your brain for a little while.
and then get out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
If you like those recipes, let us know your favourite in the comments, and we've put links down below.
That will take you to sorted.club, the home of all things sorted.
Do I have to ask for the dad joke of the week?
Yeah,
or
go on,
do you
ask
just,
me.
Do you
No,
just
go
give
on,
it to
ask me.
Okay.
You know you want it.
Ben, give me a dad joke of the week.
Okay. I've got no idea why people keep moaning about all this genetically modified food. I had a really delicious leg of salmon the other day.
Almost good.
Snigger.
Yeah.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
We've also built the Sorted Club, where you can get tons of foodie inspo using the PAX Midweek Meal app, discover and share restaurant recommendations using the Eat app, listen and contribute to our Feast Your Ears podcast, and send us ideas for new cookbooks you'll receive throughout the year. Check it all out by heading to sorted.club. And now a blooper.
You just lose that noodle.
Sorry.
Lose the noodle. I want to put it back in that dish, do I?